What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. I'm back with some more boxing. September 14th is a date that we should all be looking forward to. If you're a fan of the sport of boxing, I don't see how you couldn't be a fan. If you're a fan of Top Rank, Golden Boy, it really doesn't matter. September 14th is an awesome day for boxing. Canelo, Mayweather, and then you have Danny Garcia, Lucas Matthysse. Want to spend some time on the Matthysse Garcia fight? In my personal opinion, this is not a prediction video. I'm really going to analyze some more of their fights, rewatch their fights because I've seen them, and really assess before I make a prediction because I think it's that close of a fight. I truly think this is a 50-50 fight. There's a lot of conflicting opinions, which is good because these are the types of matches that we want to see. Just like Nonito Donaire versus Rigondeaux, I heard a lot of different conflicting opinions as to what would happen. I myself thought Nonito was going to beat Rigondeaux, and I was wrong. He was completely outclassed by Rigondeaux. But that's what makes boxing such a great sport is you can get bragging rights when you're right, and when you're wrong, sometimes it's just a pleasant surprise. So as far as Garcia and Matthysse, again, I think this is a 50-50 fight. Both fighters really have a shot to win. There are certain aspects. The reason, or what I'm going to focus on in this video, is the blatant disrespect that some people are giving Danny Garcia. I don't know what it is. Maybe they hate him, the way he looks. They hate his father, Angel Garcia, for what he says. I don't know what it is, but some of you guys are just completely counting Danny Garcia out as if he doesn't have a chance in hell. In my personal opinion, he definitely has a chance to win. This is a 50-50 fight. I think in the sport of boxing, some people get power happy. The fighter with the more power or the devastating knockouts, they tend to just resonate or side with that person. Don't get me wrong, I like both fighters. Both fighters deserve this fight and a big payday and to be showcased on such a big platform like Mayweather Canelo. Frankly, I don't care who wins even. I think Lucas Matthysse and Danny Garcia, both of them deserve props for taking the fight. It's the only fight at 140 that really makes sense in terms of the top dogs. They were trying to do this Golden Boy tournament, and Amir Khan left. He's doing Ramadan, and he moved up to 147, he says. Lamont Peterson already got beat by Lucas Matthysse. Danny Garcia beat Zab Judah. And really, this is the fight that makes sense that everybody wants to see. So I give fighters props when props are due. And they both deserve props. Win, lose, or draw, they deserve props for taking this fight and taking on tough fights before this. So I don't really care who wins. I'm a fan of both fighters. Danny Garcia, I wasn't so much an instant fan. When I seen him against Eric Morales, I was like, who's this dude? I didn't really know much about him. I hadn't been following his career. And frankly, after I seen him fight, I wasn't too impressed. Like with his skill level, I thought he threw like wide looping punches. But over time, he's made me a believer because even despite the flaws that I think I see in his game plan, nobody's really been able to ice him and just like completely dominate him or make him look bad since the Eric Morales fight. Amir Khan had success in 2 rounds, and then in the third round, he got knocked out or knocked down, and then he got knocked out in the following round, the fourth round. Zab Judah in the championship rounds looked good, but he was looking like he was about to get knocked out earlier in the fight. So Danny Garcia clearly won that fight. Zab Judah held his own, and he also had the hometown advantage. So I don't understand why Danny Garcia gets so much slack. Some people complain as far as who he's fought, like Eric Morales. You got to understand the sport of boxing. Eric Morales was the champion. He was the title holder. He was the belt holder. He gave Danny Garcia an opportunity. With that being said, giving someone an opportunity at your title, giving them that title shot, Eric Morales, Team Morales, worked up in the contract that there was a rematch clause. Therefore, in the event that Danny Garcia won, which he did win, he has to give Eric Morales a shot again at the title. And he did that. And Eric Morales was accused of having PEDs in his system the second time because he couldn't make weight. And Danny Garcia still fought him, and he knocked him out in like 4 rounds or something like that. And you got to give props where props are due. One, he fought a fighter who tested positive, which is almost unheard of. Any other fight where the fighter is known to test positive prior to the fight is pretty much canceled. Andre Berta was supposed to fight Victor Ortiz in a rematch, canceled. Soon as Berto tested positive, canceled. Lamont Peterson was supposed to rematch Amir Khan, canceled. If fighters test positive, despite what the substance is, the fight's canceled. Um, so you got to give him props for even fighting someone who was basically cheating using banned substance. Another thing, Eric Morales is a legend. He's a living legend. He's been in there with people like Pacquiao. And right before he fought Danny Garcia, he had been there with Pablo Cesar Cano and also with the hard-hitting Marcos Maidana, another known power puncher who has had some good showings and moved up in weight and still shows that he has power. So none of these guys knocked him out. Whereas in the rematch, Eric Morales fought a fighter he had already fought and got knocked out. So you got to give him credit for making Eric Morales look that bad, because Marcos Maidana had a competitive fight with Eric Morales, whereas the Danny Garcia rematch, it was a complete blowout. He said he's showing him no respect, and that's what he did. So I really don't see why some people aren't giving Danny Garcia a shot. Another thing that I think Danny Garcia does well is the left hook. He has a devastating, underrated left hook. In addition to that, is he throws punches in between his opponent's combinations. So Amir Khan was throwing shots, and then he got caught with a counter during his combination. And that's a rare and underutilized skill in the sport of boxing, to be able to throw during somebody else's combination. Oftentimes you see a fighter, they block and try to absorb the shots, especially on a fast fighter like Amir Khan. Amir Khan has blistering hand speed. So a lot of times when fighters fight Pacquiao or fighters with hand speed, they let them get their shots off in fear of getting caught with something. And as soon as they're done, then that's when they counter. But with Danny Garcia, let's say Amir Khan was intending to throw 4 punches, he might throw a counter shot in the middle of the second punch. And that's just his fighting style. So I think that definitely could play a part. And another thing is, one of the most important things is Danny Garcia also has power. Lucas Matthysse, even if you think he's the hardest hitter at 140, that's fine. But Danny Garcia has respectable power, and power that can get guys out of there as well. Especially when you time shots. It's not like the dude's Paulie Malignaggi or he's pillow fisted. So I really don't understand. I really think that some of the fans that are leaving comments, they just have some kind of hatred towards Angel Garcia or Danny Garcia. So they're giving Lucas all the props in the world, but Danny Garcia is definitely in the fight to me. And like I said, I don't care who wins. I really like Lucas Matthysse. You can check my channel. Everything I've ever said about dude was props. I said he's heavy-handed. He's very exciting to watch. He's more patient and a better skilled boxer than a lot of people give him credit. And these are all things I said. They're also talking about Amir Khan versus Lucas Matthysse a long time ago. I made a video about it and got hate on because I said Lucas Matthysse will kill Amir Khan. I still feel this. So I've always given Lucas Matthysse the credit. I thought he was an underrated fighter and a fighter who many people avoided and didn't really want to see him get a title shot. And since he joined with Al Heyman, things are falling into place. Now he's getting the bigger spotlight, which is great. Like I said, I really don't care who wins this fight, but I'm a realist, so I gotta give both fighters their just due. Lucas Matthysse, he could go in there and maybe kill Danny Garcia early, but there's also a flip side of that coin, and the flip side of the coin is he could also get hit too. You also look at the fight, Lucas Matthysse, nobody that he's fought, and at the time he fought him, really matches what Danny Garcia brings. Danny Garcia, he's not Amir Khan fast, but he has sneaky speed, if that makes any sense. He also has power. Look at Lucas Matthyse's recent opponents and tell me who had the same level of power as a Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is a big 140-pounder. When I've seen him on Showtime, when he's watching other people's fights and he's in the crowd and he wears tight shirts, no homo. But, I mean, the dude looks like he's walking around at least 150 and some change, maybe even 160. The dude looks pretty big. So he has power himself. Look at Lucas Matthysse. He fought Lamont Peterson. I thought Peterson would have a better showing, but he didn't. But then again, Peterson is not a heavy-handed fighter. He's known for his durability and outworking and outgrinding his opponents. Never really been known for being a devastating puncher. Mike Dallas Jr., he got knocked out in one round. He doesn't have the size or the punching power probably to get respect from Lucas Matthysse. Um, a Jose, I don't think a Jose hits harder than Danny Garcia and didn't look great in his recent fight against Hank Lundy. So you could say it's because he already lost to Matthysse, so now he didn't look good. But either way, there's not really a recent opponent that I can think of Lucas Matthysse fighting that brought to the table the skills that Danny Garcia, be it the size, be it the left hook, the counter punching ability, the overall ring intelligence. So I think this is a 50-50 fight where either fighter can win. Lucas Matthysse might knock Danny Garcia out, but Danny Garcia can knock Lucas Matthysse out, in my opinion, if he catches him right. Even though Lucas Matthysse has shown a granite chin, again, look who he's fighting. He fought DeMarcus Corley, who was past his prime at that point. And again, I haven't seen Lucas Matthysse fight someone that brings to the table exactly what Garcia brings to the table: the youth, the power, the just overall boxing skill set, the mentality, and those kind of things. So this is not Lucas Matthysse versus Danny Garcia. This is not a prediction. I'm just saying give the man credit. Danny Garcia is definitely in this fight and has the ability, in my opinion, to stop Lucas Matthysse as well. And it could go either way, and that's what makes this fight intriguing. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. Is it one-sided? Lucas Matthysse is just going to annihilate Danny Garcia, or does Danny Garcia have a chance in hell? As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.